Have you noticed a lot of celebrities are starting to look the same right now? This is a huge trend and we have to talk about it. For example, if you look at the trajectories of Cardi B and SZA, they started as two very different women, but as time passed, they began to look more and more alike with higher brows, fuller lips, smaller noses, and more contoured cheekbones. This phenomenon stems from famous people undergoing similar procedures, such as getting filler or rhinoplasty, and similar makeup like the same contouring patterns to adhere to the same beauty trends. And it's worse on social media where filters, which literally push the measurements of everyone's face towards the similar, this prevents people from looking their best as it forces a standard on them that doesn't naturally match their face.
In today's generation, looking like an IG model is something that all the girls are dreaming to have that particular look, whether it's through plastic surgery, wigs, sew-ins, nails, outfits, whatever it is. But today, no one is caring to look original, unique, or even be themselves. It's like a carbon copy of these people that you see. No one has a unique style about themselves.
Don't beat me up when I say this, but all y'all that be getting like y'all teeth done, lip fillers, y'all be getting Botox in like the jaws, the chin, all y'all look alike. Like, and no funny shit. I see y'all on TikTok and then I be like, damn, she pretty. Like, don't get me wrong, you be pretty as fuck now. You be pretty than a motherfucker.
She's absolutely right. You guys are so beautiful, but at the same time, there's nothing unique about you. You don't stand out. There's no wow factor to you anymore because a lot of you look the same. And I'm not saying there should be any competition, but there's really no competition because you all are actually carbon copies of each other.
But when I click on your TikTok and I be like, damn, she pretty, let me go to her Instagram. Then when I go to your Instagram, you look like the next bitch. Then when I get back on TikTok and I scroll, you look like the bitch that I just saw. Then when I scroll again, and then scroll, and I see another bitch, and I be like, damn, she look just like the other girl. And if I see a rapper with a new girlfriend, I be like, damn, these bitches look just like, she looks just like, I don't know. It's y'all getting confused. Like, I cannot tell y'all apart. Like, I feel like y'all don't stand out no more. Like, it's like once you become that Instagram baddie like face, like once you get that Instagram baddie face, it's like it's like you don't have your own identity no more. Like, it's like let's say I got a section over here and a section over there. This section over here, I know everybody. Like, I can go through and I can say, that's Brittany, that's Brianna, that's Tiffany, that's Sarah, that's, then once you get that fucking Instagram face, you are now put in this group of people, and it's like, oh, she just the Instagram baby. It's like now, like, you're nothing to remember because y'all all look alike. Do that make sense? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, another one. I can't explain it, but it's like nothing about you make me remember you because y'all all look the same. So it's like, oh, unless, I can't explain what I'm trying to say.
I was recently talking to one of my homegirls about this, but anybody else find it a little scary how everybody literally looks the same, from the BBLs to the lashes to the weaves to the makeup to the outfits? Like, it's really starting to get a little scary. And don't get me wrong, a lot of stuff is cute. Like, I've been seeing people do the bows on the hair trend or whatever, and I got me some bows because I really, really do like that style. But y'all not even trying to switch it up and do different stuff with it. Y'all literally copying the exact same outfit as other people. I'm talking about from the little puffy skirt to the Adidas Samba sneakers to the bows to the dresses. Like, y'all can't switch it up and do it a little different or something. Like, I don't know, like, the way I feel like the internet is and how we all just adapt so quickly and we just hop on the trends. It's like, damn, be yourself. Like, I remember too, when I was on social media on Instagram, I seen somebody made a post. It was like, oh, females who wear two-piece sets can't dress. And I felt a little attack, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, because I love me a good two-piece set or whatever. And I be seeing other people outfits and they be having it all razzle dazzle, cute as hell, like mixing it up. And I'm like, But I like the way I dress though. Like, even though it might be a little basic, or I like my style. Like, I don't want to have to go out my way to like try to look like everybody else. Like, I just feel like don't let people make you feel bad for liking what you like, or being regular, or being basic, and having a little cute casual style. That's perfectly fine. Like, these people who want to look like everybody else, them the ones who be trying to keep up with the Joneses or whatever. Like, live in your truth, dress how you want to dress, look how you want to look, and don't let nobody make you feel bad for it.
A girl got on here and said all IG baddies look the same, and then she proceeded to like break it down, and it wasn't even a hate. Like, she wasn't hating. She was just like, hey, you know, all of you girls get the same surgery, the same veneers, the same like body work done, and then if you do like the nose, you kind of get the same nose, or if you do the fillers and the Botox, it all kind of just looks the same. And she was like, it's pretty, don't get me wrong, y'all be real pretty, but I can't tell you apart from the other girl who did the other stuff. And I want to touch on something spiritual with this conversation, because I think we really struggle a lot with making spiritual connections between natural phenomena. There is a reason that women who get BBLs all started kind of looking the same. And there's a reason that, you know, people that get Botox and fillers and just that IG baddie aesthetic all look the same. The reality is, a lot of these women who go and get cosmetic surgery are not trying to look like someone else. They have an idea of what they feel like they would look beautiful if they just did. But we have to understand that life is very spiritual, and so when you get certain procedures done, specifically like the BBL being one of them, and like that whole Botox, like exaggerated lip thing that people are doing, yeah, we can say, oh, that's like the black woman aesthetic, and they're just, no, it's the mermaid aesthetic. It's the marine kingdom aesthetic. And every god has sacrifice that it requires for you to become a part of its kingdom. Y'all don't want to talk about it, but when you lay up on that table and someone sucks the fat out of you, you're shedding blood, and that blood and that fat is a sacrifice to the god that you're coming under its tutelage. And that the god you're coming under its tutelage is the marine kingdom, Jezebel, her cohorts. That's why when women get these surgeries, they often become highly seductive. There's like a certain way they talk. Someone in the comments of the original video was like, there's a way they talk, they all almost have the same mannerisms. And when you hear me say this, I think the immediate thing to do is get defensive. As someone who was like you know, let me have some more kids and I might have to give me a little skinny BBL. I'm now realizing that certain things aren't coincidental. Certain manifestations of surgeries or trends that we see are very intentional by the enemy to corral congregants under his kingdom. And so women who have had a BBL, unless you've gone through the process of renunciation, repentance, and deliverance, you are probably carrying a highly seductive Jezebelic spirit. If you've done the Botox, the fillers, the look, you know the look I'm talking about, right? And it's not natural to you. There's a level of deliverance that you require. And yes, I just, wanted to talk about the spiritual realities of when we do certain things. It's not just I'm doing it because I'm insecure or because I feel like I will look better this way. No, you're coming under the tutelage of another god, right? And that god has sacrifices that it requires. And in the case of Jezebel, her cohorts and her minions, if you want to manifest seductively, if you want to gain the money, the clout, the fame, the attractiveness that comes from this specific deity, your sacrifice is the fat from your body and the surgery to get that fat taken off your body, if that makes sense.
How the bad bitch aesthetic is aging the youth. Now, I wanted to make a more in-depth video on this topic because I feel like we need to talk about it. And I feel like people were missing the message in my first video. In my first video, I referenced Chicago Hottie's video, but my video was not solely about her. If anything, her video is just one of many that I've been seeing lately that prove my point, which I still stand on, which is that these aesthetics are aging the youth. Her video reminded me of this video.
Why the fuck are you saying that? That is ugly as fuck, even your dog.
It reminded me of this. This little girl got expelled from school because she took a firearm into the bathroom to take pictures and videos. And y'all know exactly what type of aesthetic she was mimicking. It reminds me of this. It's to the point where the girls ain't even asking, that the girls don't even have no type of cool. They're not even trying to hide it no more. They just straight up begging for the bag. On the surface, because I know that's where a lot of y'all like to stay, y'all gonna make excuses. Oh, they're just kids. We did the same shit when we was kids. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's what we're trying to fix. But to the core, whether you like it or not, a lot of children are being stripped of their innocence because of these certain aesthetics and images that are being forced on them. One of these aesthetics that I feel is responsible for stripping the girls of their innocence is the bad bitch aesthetic. I'm going to be honest, because for one, a lot of the trends naturally age you. Let's just be for real. The heavy makeup, the certain wardrobe, it naturally makes you look older, right? But for two, the lifestyle that it entails. Because today's bad bitch is now about possessions, it's about an aesthetic, it's about the look, it's about what you can afford, right? It is forcing younger girls into the male gaze at rapid speeds, because the girls are saying, if you want to get this certain lifestyle, if you want to get this certain image, if you want to get this wig and this bust down, all you got to do is fuck better men. All you got to do is date a rapper or a scammer or a drug dealer. We are to the point where we are even romanticizing some of these men for the sake of living a certain lifestyle. I will be out here dating whole murderers, scammers, drug dealers. I'm talking about some of the evilest niggas in the world. You will date them just for a lifestyle and then have the audacity to shit on someone else when they don't subscribe to that lifestyle. This is also why I think today's bad bitch is very synonymous with being a mean girl. Because I notice every time if a woman chooses to go a different route nowadays, if she chooses to stay down and date her working man, or stay down and whip her Honda, her 2006 Honda until she come up, now you're automatically better than her, or she's not a bad bitch. When in reality, a real baddie is a woman who is independent. Mainly when I say that, I mean you get your boost of confidence from yourself, from your own energy, from your own essence, your aura, your style, your swag, the way you speak. You go within to feel desirable, where now society's bad bitch, it's like y'all only feel desirable when you are being desired by men. It's very male centered. And when you are a woman and you center men, you are naturally aging yourself, period, because you're stressed. You're stressed. I know, I used to be there. That's way I can describe it. It feels like you're constantly going to war. When I was in that masculine energy, because at the end of the day, the city girl aesthetic is very masculine. The best way I can describe it is it felt like every time I'm about to go see my dude, I was preparing myself to prove that I'm the baddest bitch, to prove that I deserve that vacay, to prove that I deserve that bag. It's draining. And now the younger girls are seeing these images and they're mocking them, and they are being stripped of their innocence. Again, I know y'all don't like these conversations. Y'all don't like deep and meaningful conversations. And anytime y'all hear it, you automatically just deem somebody a hater, and they hating on you because you young and turned, which is so weird because Sexy Red is closer to my age than she is to y'all age. So am I mad, or do y'all just not like hearing the truth? Either way, if you can't listen to me, maybe y'all listen to Bell Hooks. Now, I'm reading this book called Art on My Mind, and it's about visual politics. And it says, in Art on My Mind, Bell Hooks is a leading cultural critic who responds to ongoing dialogues about producing, exhibiting, and criticizing art and aesthetics in an art world increasingly concerned with identity politics. Always concerned with Black struggle, Hooks positions her writing on visual politics within the ever-present question of how art can be an empowering and revolutionary force within the Black community. So is Bell Hooks a hater too?
Where a man was basically saying the women nowadays are starting to look the same, specifically around the ages of 16 through like the mid-20s. Like how everybody want to get their lips done, everybody want to get their body done. You can't go out the house unless you got makeup done, or you got lashes on, or your hair is just top notch. Now, don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with looking good when you go outside. But it's just like I understand what he's saying. Like, everybody ain't got their own sense of style nowadays.
You don't know who
it's like
you
the women nowadays gotta have this certain type of aesthetic that's pleasing to other people in order to be accepted.
And how you
and I kind of think it's because everybody nowadays is so judgmental.
Look like this.
Like, for
if you
some
look like a
reason,
Fashion
nobody
Nova
is okay
model,
or happy
if
with
you
how
look like
God
an
made them.
IG
And it's
baddie.
actually kind of
A lot of
sad.
times it's a psychological thing. It's something that is piercing the mind to trick you to believe that you have to look like what is acceptable today, when in reality, imagine yourself being in a room with all these women that look just alike, but here you come that looks totally different. Who do you think is going to get the most attention? It's going to be the person that looks totally different. That is what society is actually missing. They're missing that unique look, that unique style. Just be you. It's okay to be you. And if a person doesn't accept you for you, they really didn't care for you to begin with. Until next time, bye.